Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Abigail. We are going to do this bronzed up makeup tutorial right here with a bold lip for the holidays. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not, and to my new subscribers, welcome so much. And so let's just get right into the video. And today, because we are going to do more of a natural look, I'm going to start off with the face makeup, and I'm going to take my Rimmel London Mattifying Primer and I'm going to massage it to my face. So because it's the holidays and you want to be flawless and glamorous at the same time, I'm going to take my LA Girl Orange Corrector and I'm going to apply it on my dark circles, on the spots that I have on my face and also around my mouth. And the reason I'm doing this is because even when I apply foundation or full coverage foundation, these dark spots keep on popping out, and around my mouth area I tend to turn gray if I do not color correct. So that's why I'm color correcting. Then I'm going to set with a little bit of translucent powder. Moving on to foundation, this is Loreal Infallible Up to 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation in 525 deep golden, and I'm going to take my sponge to blend that foundation in. And the reason why I love this foundation so much, it's because it's long lasting and it's not full coverage, and no matter how much you apply, it leaves your skin looking more healthy, glowing and natural at the same time. And don't forget to take that foundation down to your neck. I'm going to double conceal. This is LA Girl Pro Concealer in Chestnut, and I'm using Chestnut because it's my foundation shade and it helps cover out any places that the foundation did not cover, especially my forehead and under my eyes, for those dark circles and black spots. So I'm just going back with the sponge and I'm going to blend that in, as well as blending it on my eyelid. Then to highlight and conceal, this is Fawn, and I'm going to highlight my under eyes, the forehead, the bridge of the nose and my chin as well. And this part I'm mainly highlighting and not concealing because we had already used the first concealer in Chestnut. So this area it should be quick. And then I'm going to contour. This is Black Opal Stick Foundation in Ebony Brown, and because it's too dark, I'm not going to apply it direct on my face. I'm just taking it on my hand and then taking my brush to blend that foundation on my cheekbones, my forehead and my jawline. And I'm also going to use a little bit of that to contour my nose. And here I'm just going back with the sponge to make sure everything is well blended in and it looks as seamless as possible. So I'm also going to use the same brush to blend the concealer in, and because it has foundation and contour, it will make the concealer not as bright, because I'm not going for an overly highlighted concealer. Then I'm going to immediately set with my Milani pressed powder in number 7 dark tan, and I'm going to take a damp sponge and set all the areas that we had highlighted earlier. And because this powder, it's very light coverage, it will not add any additional coverage on my under eyes or any areas that I highlighted earlier. Then to set the rest of the face, this is Pecan, also from Milani. And I'm just going to take a big powder brush to set very lightly though, because we still want a more glowing skin. Then to contour, I'm going to take my Sleek Contour Palette in dark, and I'm just going to lightly set the contour that we had used earlier, very lightly. I'm not using as much product as I would if I had not cream contoured earlier. I'm also going to take a bit of that contour to lightly contour my nose as well. Then I'm going to bake because we want our makeup to last all day, all night. So this is Sacha Cosmetics Buttercup powder, and I'm going to bake under my eyes, the bridge of the nose, and my forehead, and also on my cheekbones, so that it can give me a more defined cheeks. Then I'm going to quickly fill in the brows, and I'm going to brush them up with a spoolie, then take my Davis number 3 eye pencil to fill them in. And I feel like with eyebrows, everyone has his or her own shape that they normally go for. So mine does change every other day because my eyebrows are never the same. But yeah, I'm just going to take my Davis number 3 eye pencil and fill them to the best of my ability to make them as cousins as possible. And I normally go for a more natural eyebrows, so I'm just going to use light strokes to fill in the front side. Then I'm going to clean them with LA Girl Pro concealers in Fawn and Chestnut as well. Then after we are done with the brows, we are going to do the eyes now. And I'm not going to add extra concealer on my eyelids because we had already used a bit of that when we were concealing. So I'm just going to blend those crease lines, and I'm going to set it with a little bit of translucent powder. Then moving on to Morphe 35M palette and taking these two shades as my transition shade, and I'm going to run them all the way to the inner corner. Then I'm switching to Jacob and Elegant Peaches and taking this chocolate color from the palette, and I'm just going to start deepening the crease area, and I'm just using the same process we had used earlier, just I'm not taking it all the way to the brow bone. I'm just concentrating it mainly on the crease and then going back with the brush to diffuse that color a bit. Then I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Deep Brow Pomade in Ebony, and I'm going to apply it on my lash line and smudging it out further, and then I'm also kind of blending it outwards, and I'm going to set it with the dark brown shadow from the palette, and I'm going to blend it outwards on the outer corner so that it can create a V-shaped high look. And I'm just going back with the brush to blend out that color. The key to eyeshadows is blending, blending and blending and blending. And if you feel like you've crossed the line of blending, you can just take your powder and just apply it so that it can give you a more sharp edge. And then for my lid, I'm going to take Morphe 35F palette and taking these two copper shades from the palette, mixing them together and then applying them on the lid. And this time, because I'm going for a more natural look, I'm not going to cut the cut crease, nor am I going to use a wet brush. And I'm just going back with the black shadow to blend that color together. I'm just going to take that deep brow pomade and then set it with the dark brown shadow we used. Then I'll go off camera to add some lashes, and I'll see you in a minute. So we are back. I'm just going to take off any excess powder on the face. And because we are going for a more bronzed look, I'm going to take my Milani pressed powder in Earth Glow and add some warmth on my face. And this helps me blend out the powder that we had used earlier, which had caused some dullness on my face. So I'm just going back with the Jacob and Elegant Peaches and taking the same colors we used on the lid and just smudging out my lower lash line. And as you can see, I look very much bronzed at this point. So I'm just going to take this shade called Coins, and I'm going to highlight the highest points of my face. And also I'm going to use it to highlight my brow bone and the bridge of the nose. Then I'm going to add a little bit of blush. I do not remember the color that I used, but I'm going to find it out and let you know on the comments down below. And I'm just going to apply it on my cheek as well as around my nose because I wanted my face to be as bronzed as possible. Then I'm going to take this light gold color to highlight the inner corner. and then setting my face with the L'Oreal Prep and Set. So for the lipstick, because we are in the mood for the holidays, I'm going for a bold red lipstick. This is Nouba Mellabaci in number 46. And then on the center of the lips, I'm going to take Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in Sarafine and applying it mainly on the center and then blending it towards the first color that we had used. And we are done. Thank you so much for watching. I loved creating this simple bronzed makeup look for you guys. Please subscribe to my channel, comment down below, and yeah, let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye guys.